All right, Buck, good morning. This is July 19th. This is week number 5, I believe. Yeah, so we're 16 weeks out from show day. 16 weeks out. I'm so fucking excited. Let's go get this workout in. And yeah, let's go have ourselves the same fucking day as always. Let's go have fun. We weighed in at 157.4 today. Fuck yeah. That is dope. We're trending down. So that means we have lost about, in total since we started this journey, 16 or 17-ish pounds. So again, we started at 170. Now we're down to 154.7. So we're making hella progress. And I am excited for what's to come. So let's continue this and let's keep riding this fucking wave. Fuck yeah. So this is what the physique is looking like right now. Flex. Pose. Yeah, let's go. So for pre-workout snack, this is what we got, okay? Last time I had granola bars, but today I made a little raspberry jam sandwich for pre-workout. So my drive to the gym is like 20 minutes, so that should be enough time. Plus I'm getting like 25 minutes to 30 minutes of cardio done walking, so that's basically 40 minutes total of digestion. That's plenty enough time. So we're gonna eat this raspberry jam sandwich for just to have something in our system before the workout, okay? Because I'm always talking about at least something is better than nothing. Ideally, you know, I'd have more protein with this pre-workout meal, but it's early morning. It's 4:40 a.m. and I've been doing this already, so yeah, we're gonna stick to the basics here. So we got 2 slices of Nature's Harvest 40 calorie bread, so 40 calories per slice, 80 calories with 2 slices, and then about 30 grams of reduced sugar strawberry jam from Trader Joe's. So that's pretty dope. Wow. That's good. Let's go. So quick tip on the bench press, because I want this moving feeling really, really good for you. And oftentimes I see people avoiding the bench press simply because it doesn't feel good for them. It hurts their shoulder. They get a shoulder impingement, or I don't know. But the movement shouldn't cause you any pain if you're doing it correctly. And I'm only one set in and I already have a good pump in the chest, which is a good thing because that's where it should be felt, only in the chest. So a couple of cues to really focus on here, okay? When you're gonna set up, I want you to get those scapulas nice and retracted. So we're gonna think about bringing those scapulas back and down, and at the same time, you're gonna push the chest to the ceiling, okay? So this is how it's gonna look. Scapulas back and down, okay? Really dig that upper back into the pad. And this is gonna help you create this arch down here, okay? And this arch is what's gonna give you more stability so that we create more power through the arms. So shoulders back and down, barbell just directly above the eyesight. Hold the barbell, maybe slightly outside of shoulder width. And then so when you go ahead and unrack, I want you to maintain this bar path as best as possible. So instead of going just up and down, I want you to think about a diagonal line. So a slight curve, just right where the sternum ends, and then up. Slight curve, right where the sternum ends, and then up. Notice how I'm maintaining that curve on that bar path. And you want to make sure you take every set close to failure without technique breaking down. So oftentimes the shoulder impingements, the injuries stem from breaking down, okay? It's not because the exercise sucks. It's because you likely suck at the exercise. So get technique down, incorporate these cues, slow things down, really take your time with setting up, and you'll be able to execute the movement much better. All right, so moving into dumbbell incline bench press. 50 pounds for 15 to 20 reps, so. All right, so you'll notice that on my presses here, I'm going really wide and deep into my shoulders, into my armpits, and that is how you grow the chest with the incline dumbbell chest press. Okay? Oftentimes I see people only doing the dumbbell press up to here, not really going this deep, and you're missing out on a ton of range of motion down here. This is where the pec is mostly stretched. So if you can get down here, oh my God, you're gonna make so much more progress, okay? So stop doing your presses right here and start doing them down here. More stretch, more growth. Guess what? You may have to just drop the weight by a tad bit, but that's okay. Because the more stretch you can get, the more stimulus you're gonna get, the more tension you're gonna get, and you're gonna end up gaining more muscle mass doing less weight. So that's the hack. More stretch, more growth. Fuck, man, I swear. So we got lateral raises, but we're gonna use cuffs because I find that I get a better pump with these on. That's a good pump for sure. That's a good pump. And now I know you're probably wondering why I'm going this high on my lateral raises. And it's for that reason, because I tend to get a bigger pump, more stimulus on my delts, as opposed to just going up to here and back down. So if I bring my arms all the way up here and I control it from up here, fight gravity from up here, stimulus is increased, tension is increased, time under tension is increased, more growth. So yeah, I find that these are, well, for me, feel a lot better, and I feel like I'm getting more out of the movement by going all the way up here. So I mean, if you want to try it out, go ahead, but again, there's nothing wrong with going just up to here. If you want to go up to here, by all means, whatever works for you. For me, I'll be up here. Feels better and tends to work for me, so yeah. So moving to a JM press, I think this is one of the most, I think it's an underrated exercise for the tricep, and I think, so I'm gonna say this, I credit most of my tricep growth to the JM press. So it's an alternative to the skull. Instead of bringing the barbell to the forehead or behind the head, as shown here, with the JM press, we're looking to get the barbell close to the neck. So instead of bringing the barbell behind the head, we're gonna think about breaking out the elbows, keeping the elbows locked, and then touching the neck ever so politely, exploding back up. Again, nice and controlled, elbows tight, 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 touch the neck, explode back up. The stretch you get, phenomenal. Stretch you get, it's great. Ugh. But that, my friends, is the JM press. If you haven't tried it, I recommend you try it. You get a ton of stretch on this movement. I feel like it's better than the skull crusher because of that deep, deep, deep stretch. You're able to put that tricep in. So yeah, I credit most of my tricep growth, I think, to the JM press. So give it a try if you haven't done so already. Ooh, okay. I want you to stop just swinging your weight around and finally start controlling it to get more out of the movement, okay? So think about doing this. Big chest, keep the rope close to the body, and so when we extend down from here, keep the rope close to the body, elbows nice and tight to the torso, as if you're trying to push them back to get more stretch out of them. Pause up here for a second, explode back down. Again, control it, nice and controlled. Keep the elbows tight, push the elbows backwards. Pause up here, and then again. Oh yeah, good stretch. And that, my friends, is how you get the most out of the rope pushdown, okay? Control the weight. Elbows nice and tight, okay? Nice and tight, keep them locked. Nice and control all the way up, pause, big stretch right here before exploding back down. So try that out. Oh. We're alone in here. The room is all ours. There you go. All right, let's do some posing real quick and we shall call this workout finished once we're done posing. So we weighed in today at 154 pounds, so we lost another pound from last week. So we're making really, really good progress here, okay? I'm excited about it. I can confidently say that I finally look like I lift. I'm just so excited about this. So let's do some posing right now. Put the mic down here real quick. All right. How's the lighting, huh? All right, so how do you look? Good? So this is how we're looking right now with the pump on right now. Again, we did a chest day today. Got a good pump going on here. So again, the way we did my diet this past year, so over the past 6 months, so from January I started, I was 170-ish pounds, 171 I believe. Currently 154, so we've lost about 16 to 17 pounds over the past 6 months. But the way we're doing it is, or the way we did it is, we dieted from January through the end of April, okay? Calories got down to like 2,000. But from May through beginning of July, we reversed and we got calories from 2,000 back up to 2,600. And I maintained a relatively lean physique, eating 2,600 calories, which is pretty cool to see and pretty cool to actually do. So now we're back into the diet. Okay, so we did like 4 months of dieting, 2 months of reversing back up, and then now we're gonna do another 3 months of dieting. So we're officially in prep, okay? We're officially in prep. And it's just gonna get harder from here on out. Calories are at 2,000 calories right now, so it was a pretty steep jump downward. But I mean, I'm thriving, I'm having fun with it, and it's only temporary. And I know I gotta lock in. I've been locking in, and yeah, I mean, I'm happy with the progress that I'm making so far because I'm carrying 154 pounds differently than how I carried it just last year or 2 years ago. I have less body fat, I have more muscle tissue, and it's because I've been able to really dial in and improve my training. My technique improved, my training got better, I'm doing better sets, better reps, more quality work. I'm not just winging it in the gym and going through the motions. No, I'm tracking my sets, I'm tracking my weight, I'm recording my sets and sending that to my coach for feedback so that I can improve as an athlete. So yeah, we're thriving. So let's pose real quick. Again, we're working on 3-second poses and 3-second transitions. So let's do it. Let's go right there. Going over. Ooh, let's go. I think that was my best so far. That's posing routine. Again, we're doing men's physique in Las Vegas, November 1st and 2nd. Okay. 3 transitions. We got this front pose, followed by this side pose, and then followed by this back pose, and then back to the front. So those are the poses that I'm working on. Yeah, I mean, from where I started, completely different in how I'm flowing and how I'm moving, how I'm looking. So yeah, it's just gonna get, it's gonna get even more fun from here on out. So again, this is how we're looking. Hell yeah. Woo, I'll see you guys home. Damn, just like that, huh? Whew. Well, fam, breakfast. I'm working after this, so this is what we got. My special overnight oats. My unique, my one of a kind. Okay, all this is Carb Master milk, or very, Carb Master milk. 2 packets of lower sugar, brown sugar, and maple oatmeal packets. What else? Oh yeah, my protein powder, my snickerdoodle protein powder, my creatine, and a little bit of extra cinnamon. Mix it up, mix it up, mix it up, mix it up overnight in the fridge, and voila. we are ready to enjoy. I swear, I'll never get tired of this. It's so fucking good. It tastes so bomb. It's so good. Definitely good for after the gym, so. Bam. All right. So that's the workout. That's the post-workout meal. Now, I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go work for a few hours, and yeah, I'll take you through the rest of the day. Today's my brother's birthday, so we're probably gonna do something, and I'll show you guys what we do if we end up going out to eat. So, all right. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, today is my brother's birthday, okay? Today is my brother's birthday. And I was not expecting this, but we're gonna go out to eat. Now I'm on prep, so I can't really splurge much when it comes to eating out. So we're gonna get some steps in right now while I do some work, but I kinda wanted to explain how I'm gonna go about this because it's something that you can probably get value from, right? So sometimes we have to, sacrifice, obviously. But, you can still enjoy your foods every so often. Now, I'm in prep, so I have to be as diligent as I can, and I have to try my best to really stay within my calories and really choose something at whatever restaurant we're going to that's gonna meet my calorie goal. At the end of the day, the goal is to have a good time with my brother, have a good time with my friends. Yes, food is good. Yes, I know I can allow myself to have that indulgence, but I'm likely going to choose not to, just for the sake of trying to be as diligent as I can with this diet right now. So, but let's say for some reason I end up getting something that's a little bit higher calorie, then I'll just try my best to work around that meal. Right, so, or if I get something that's a little too much calories that ultimately at the end of the night I'm left with almost nothing, whatever. If I'm over 100 calories, 200 calories, 300 calories, it's no big deal. It's not the end of the world. Tomorrow I'll just get right back on track, because one day does not mean anything. So if I do choose something that's a little more indulgent, then fuck it, who cares? But I'll try my best to choose something healthy, just so I can stay within my macros, because I told myself I want to really set the standard and really stick to the prep and stick to the protocol. So we'll likely choose something healthier from the menu. So we're going to Lucille's, and one way I like to go around this is looking up the menu for the restaurant that you can go to ahead of time and really skimming it, analyzing what could possibly hit your macros that's still pretty good and that will keep you full, right? So my big thing is when you're going out to restaurants and you're trying to stay on track, it's choose something that has a lean protein source, choose something that has some type of veggie, and choose something that has a carbohydrate that isn't cooked in additional fats, oils, sauces, stuff like that. So we're really talking about meals that you already make at home. Single ingredient whole food meals, right? For example, let's say we're going to a steakhouse, then we're gonna choose maybe some lean steak, a baked potato with everything on the side, and then maybe some steamed broccoli or some steamed something. And that's how we can stay on track. We can eyeball it. We're not gonna have our food scale, but we can eyeball it and make an educated guess and say, okay, this looks like about 6 ounces of cooked steak. This looks like about 3 ounces of broccoli, and this looks like a good medium-sized potato. So that's how we can stay on track. But I want you to look up the restaurant and analyze it, and then make an informed choice. Make a choice about what meal you're gonna have that's gonna closely fit the macros that you normally have for whatever meal, whether that's lunch or dinner. For me, it's gonna be lunch, so we're gonna go out to Lucille's barbecue and see what I can get there. But first, let's look up the restaurant and see what we can find. So we're gonna look up Lucille's Smokehouse Barbecue. We're gonna look at the menu and see what we can choose that's gonna meet our calorie goals. Okay, so I made my decision as to what I'm gonna get at Lucille's Smokehouse. That's gonna closely hit my macros for lunchtime, okay? So, again, this is what's gonna help you stay on track. This is what's gonna allow you to eat out with friends and still make progress, because you could eat out, okay? You don't have to restrict yourself. You could eat out, but you have to go in with a plan, just like I'm doing right now. And that plan is overlooking the website, overlooking the menu, and making a choice, okay? Going into the restaurant knowing exactly what you're gonna get. And some websites have a nutrition calculator, like you see here, that allows you to build out your meal and it spits out the calories for that entire meal. So this is what we're getting. We're getting the barbecue tri-tip, which is a ½ pound, barbecue beans as a side, and then watermelon slices as another side. So that's gonna be the meal for me, okay? When I go to Lucille's, when I go eat out in a little bit for the brother's birthday, we're getting that, okay? So the meal's gonna clock in at about 650-ish calories, 18 grams of fat, 66 grams of carbohydrate, and 42 grams of protein. So that's gonna closely resemble what I typically have in terms of macronutrient distribution for a meal at home, okay? So, yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that, I'm happy with that. So, I mean, if I end up eating a little bit more than what I planned for, it's completely okay. I'll just get right back on it with that next meal, right? So I'll just simply adjust the calories and the macros for that next meal so that I can still stay on track. And that, my friends, is how you're able to really enjoy life while dieting. So you could eat out and still make progress, as long as you have a plan, okay? As long as you have a plan, you can eat out with friends and make progress. But you have to choose to stay on track. And you can't just let this be another day of balance and use balance as an excuse to overindulge and completely derail your calories for the day. It's on you. So go in with the plan, look up the menu ahead of time, make an informed choice, go into the restaurant knowing exactly what you're gonna have. We're back home. It was my first time ever trying Lucille's Smokehouse Barbecue. Oh, so fucking good. Let's talk about it. That shit was, for the first time, honestly, for the first time since diving back into prep, I had a meal out that made me feel so freaking good. Not only because it tasted fucking bomb, but because I fit that shit into my macros, okay? I fit it into my macros and it makes me feel good because I get to eat out and still make the progress that I want to make. And Lucille's Smokehouse Barbecue was the choice. It was so good. So I actually ended up getting something a little different. My original plan was just to get the tri-tip, the barbecue beans, and watermelon, but we went with a lunch option that came with 2 meats, so I was able to choose pulled chicken, tri-tip, and the barbecue beans, along with a side salad. So I deviated just a little bit, but I was still able to fit it in. So I don't know the exact macros off the top of my head, but they'll be on screen here. So not bad for it being a barbecue sit-down place. I hit the macros, I feel good about it, I feel satisfied, and yeah, and I'm here to really let you know that you can still eat out, enjoy yourself, and make the progress that you want to make. So as long as you have a plan going into it, and as long as you choose to go in with the plan, you will always succeed. And all it takes is just doing a little bit of research before going to the restaurant. So go into the Chipotle website, go into the barbecue website that you're gonna go into any website of any restaurant. But do your research, go in with the plan, and you will make progress while eating out. Now, I don't want you to eat out every single day, obviously, but do fit it in every so often so that you still feel human, okay? You don't have to restrict yourself entirely. You can still fit these fun activities in as long as you have a plan. All right, bam, so I'm gonna end the video there. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know if you're enjoying this content. This is 16 weeks out until show day. So to remind you, we're competing in Las Vegas, November 1st and 2nd, hoping to really come with an amazing package. So we're working hard, we're making progress, we're eating out and making progress, we're dialing in, and we're making the best of this. And we're having fun at the same time. So I'm enjoying my workouts, I'm enjoying my meals, and that's how it should be. Sustainability, really enjoying it. So that's it for this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I have a podcast. I have 3 podcasts up already, kind of diving into my story and other education as well. So again, watch those podcasts, listen to those. It'd mean the world to me. It'd mean the world for you to leave a comment. It'd mean the world for you to drop a like, okay? So again, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.